What's up, my boys? It's your mother-loving Starboy. So I just wanted to throw in VGP into the loop as far as storefronts that we'll be covering. So VGP is runs similarly to Play Asia, where they offer different cover arts to games that are pretty common, and they also have like some pretty unique items. Sometimes that are just unique just to their storefront as well. So as it stands right now, this will be the fourth. This will be the fourth storefront that I'll be covering on a pretty weekly basis, or at least I'll try to get to on a pretty weekly basis. So it's going to be Epic and GOG are going to be like the digital storefronts, and then Play Asia and of course here VGP are going to be the physical storefronts, and they'll focus on the physical side of things. I just want to make a correction from a point that I made in a video the other day about Coffee Talk Tokyo. It's released digitally, but the physical version of that game hadn't come out yet. It doesn't come out until September 4th, so that's just a correction from the other day. Also, I just want to go over too that I won't be covering storefronts such as like limited run, strictly limited, super rare games, and premium edition games. I won't be running any kind of videos on them because just because they tend to stick to their prices. So whatever price they set, they're pretty much stuck at. And even so, VGP in turn will cover some of the limited run stuff just off the jump. And as far as the other storefronts, I don't shop on there on like a regular basis. With the four that I'm going to be covering, like I'm going to be on them like on a pretty regular basis, just for even myself personally. And with limited run, I'm on there pretty often as well, but it's just like it's such a hit or miss on what I end up picking up. And two, with their releases, it takes a decade for them to ship out stuff anyway. So that's why I won't be covering those particular storefronts. But the other four, you got two physical sides, and you got two digital sides. So that'll pretty much cover the four. So, or cover each side, or cover the digital side of things and cover the physical side of things. So I think, so I'll throw up here. So I know it's a little bit late with this. So if you're seeing this on July 5th, it's pretty much at the end of the day now. But if you happen to catch this in the next couple of hours here, they have 5% off of these games here. I think what was it? The code? Oh yeah, you have to enter in this code of VGP July 4th or July 4, and you get 5% off. 5% off of those games. So we'll just kind of talk around the store a little bit and see what they got. VGP is, I think, Canadian based, if I'm not mistaken, because usually their front loading pages is all Canadian. But you can, like, once you go to checkout, if you just go out just select wherever territory you're from. Me, I'm going to be in the United States, so yeah, just click whatever territory you're from, and like right here, it'll give you the options of wherever you're from. It'll automatically It'll automatically transfer the money to whatever region, or it'll automatically convert to whatever region you're at. So let's see. Yeah, I think is this a new release? I don't know why I was thinking this was already, like, they already had a version of this out. but apparently not. Yeah, so they got oh, no. Okay, no, I thought this was a different game. Sorry. So they got Persona 4 Revival coming out February 18th. Looks like a 2027. Looks like a pretty decent collector's edition there. Let's see, does it tell anything about that? No. All right. So let's hop into the sales part here. See what they got. Let's see. Oh, we're off the jump. 13 Sentinels. This was a pretty decent game, if I'm not mistaken. That, like, I think was it? Yeah, right. It's right there on the front there. Atlas made this, and it's all the reviews I heard was really good. So yeah, and they have it, you know, on the Canadian side of things, they have it marked down to 29. And let's see. Yeah, and I already have this in my collection, but I hadn't gotten to it yet. It's in the backlog of my collection right now. If you get a chance, whenever this comes back in stock, the Ace Attorney collection, that's a pretty decent price for that series too. Because usually once stuff like this goes out of print, you see here it's out of stock. But you know, it's I know later on down the road these games tend to go up in price later on. And I'm guessing too, especially with it being a Switch one all on cart. Yeah, it's going to be worse a little bit later in the future. So if you get a chance to pick up Ace Attorney collection, I would hop onto that if you're into that type of game. And here's one pretty heavily discounted too, right here. Now this, all is sold out. Now they'll tell you right up front, but if y'all get a chance, bookmark it, keep an eye on it. It's down to Against the Storm for the PS5, down to $20. Here's a Series X game down from $30 down to $10 for the series. Anybody who plays this.
I found this on the web for set a game down from $30.
I did not realize Siri was open. All right, there we go. Sorry about that, guys. I didn't realize my phone was actively listening at the moment. All right, so they got the Amiibo pack here. They got that marked down for for Animal Crossing. Anybody who collects, still collecting Amiibos. Alright, so they got Anno 1800 Console Edition. They got this marked down to $20 if you're interested in that. As I said, they got low stock there left. Arcade Paradise down to $30. Are you smarter than a fifth grader? for the Series X, they got that down to $5. Assassin's Creed here. They got that down to 35. The Mirage Deluxe Edition. Astro Knight, we got that down to $15 for the PS4 version and down to $20 for the PS5 version. This one's marked down pretty heavily too. Back for Blood down to $10. Down to $10 here. Yeah, see a lot of these, you know, you see the tags on a lot of them are sold out here. You see the tags there. This was the deluxe edition here. That one sold out. Yeah, we got Belantro here. They got that marked down to $30. Actually, you know what? I think for me personally, I think I want to go ahead and add that to the cart for myself. Back for Blood. We got Beholder 3 here. I've heard some decent stuff about this game. I don't think it's not my particular type of game, but they got $30 for the Switch edition, $20 for the PS5 system. Now, you know, before, you know, I would, well, still too, if you can get your hands on the Switch, any Switch 1 version of these games, I would definitely hop onto it. But now too, with PS5 going all digital, I would start hopping on some of these PS5 deals as well, with them being marked down to your PS4, PS5 games that are being marked down pretty heavily. I would hop onto that because they're because I have a feeling Sony's not going to be coming off that. Xbox definitely ain't coming off of it, so they're going to be worse on if you're a physical collector. They got Biomutant here for the Series X down to $10. BioShock series here down to $20 across the board. Let's see. Black Myth Wukong, they got that marked down to $70. The Blasphemous series. See, that one's sold out right now too. And see, I don't know how their restock works with their versions of games, but so I don't know how often or when they tend to come around. So like I said, that's why I'm gonna be popping on here from week to week to see if any of this stuff comes back in or not. See, the Borderlands 3, that's out. That was $20. Borderlands 4, we got a Borderlands 4 here, marked down from 60 down to 45. Permanently default. And this is another one like we were talking about. I think in the Play Asia. I think this was on Play Asia site as well. We were talking about the other day. They've got it's sold out, but this is a game key card. But on the Switch 1 version, just a nope. Actually, you know what? Never mind. I'm sorry. This is what I thought it was. But I don't know if they have. I don't know if they have a Switch 1 version of this game. So all right. So cancel what I was just about to say. But I know the first version of default on the Switch. The Switch 1 version is is on cart, but the Switch 2 version is a game key card with the first Bravely Default. Modern Warfare down to, for all you Call of Duty people, down to $30 there. Now this one doesn't have quite as many pages, but like I said, we'll just keep it down to the first 10 and 20 like per usual, like we've been doing. Let's see, for you 3DS people out there, here goes a $10 off for the Castlevania for the 3DS, for you collectors out there. Catherine Full Body down to $25. Now this one has been in and out of production, and I've heard that one's kind of hard to once they go out of stock. That one's been kind of hard to find, just like on other sites I've heard. So if look up some stuff on this game, but this one's I have a feeling that one's going to be harder to find a little bit later. Chicken Police Painted Red. This one's a really well rated game. I've heard a lot of good stuff about this one too. Chicken Police. I heard really good stuff about it. So yeah, see, going through here, you see it. You see all these cards saying sold out. So yeah, people be on here. Yeah, they definitely be on here. Clock Tower, re-release of Clock Tower. They even got the well, not side now, but they even got the PC, the physical PC version on here for Clock Tower. And that's surprising because it's like, well, I mean, it's out of stock now, but they, a lot of places don't even offer a physical version for PC anymore. So that's pretty interesting. Cobra Kai for the Switch down to $20, and PS4 down to $20 for the PS4 as well. Collection of Mana down to $30. Cocoon down to $30. Out of stock though for Cocoon. So, but some of these games, like I said, as we go through from week to week, we'll see if any of this stuff comes back in stock. Crazy Chicken Extreme down to $15, but that was out of stock as well. Crime Boss down to 40 there. They got Chronos here. I've heard some mixed reviews about that, but I've heard it's pretty decent. I'm halfway interested in playing it, but if I do get around to picking it up, I'll be picking up on the PS5. Obviously not today with it being sold out, whatever. They do have it on the Switch, but obviously it's a game key card, so won't be getting on the Switch too. This right here, Cruise and Blast. If you're into kind of like the arcadey racing games, I would definitely pick this game up. Supposedly it's been delisted. I think I'm pretty sure it's been delisted off of the eShop from the Switch version. So yeah, I would definitely hop on to picking this up whenever you get a chance. Yeah, because it's delisted, and the only way you're going to be able to play it now is the physical version of that game. You got the Crisis series here, and surprisingly enough, the Crisis 3 is actually cheaper than Crisis 3 is cheaper than Crisis 2, which don't really make any sense. But yeah, they got it marked down there. Cult of Lamb, really well, another well-received game that's down to $25. And see, going through here, you see all these sold out listings. And for the younger crowd, they got the DC League of Super Pets that marked down pretty significantly. PS4 version at $5. The Series X version down to $10. Another really well received game here. Obviously it's sold out here. The PS4 version is still up for grabs, down to $30. I remember when this game originally came out, there was a little bit of a controversy with the release. I think it was some with because I think it was like a really small team, and they were a really small team of people that was worked on this, and it was just a shame to see that they were being given such a hard time, because they worked really hard and have done a really good job as far as like keeping the game updated. Yeah, here goes the Dead Island series, but they're all sold out. If you can get your hands on that series, because that's going to be another one that's really, I think, going to be hard to get your hands on after a while. Now, I've only seen this listed one other time. Like, this is only the second time I've seen this game. And like I said, I'm halfway interested, but like I said, I don't know if I'm going to pick it up now. I'm going to see if I'm going to try to hold out a little bit longer to see if it will come down to 25 or less. Or around 15, or if it comes out even lower than that. But I'm going to be keeping my eye on picking that up. Detective Pikachu for the 3DS. Diablo 4 here. Now, surprisingly enough, the PS4 version sold out, but the PS5 you can still grab. PS5 version. But the PS4 version, you see, it's the cross-gen bundle here. So for anybody who hasn't switched over to the PS5 yet. The classic collection here down to $20. But yeah, again, sold out. I know I'm pointing some of these out, but like I said, the ones I'm pointing out, if you keep your eyes on them and get your hands on them, if they ever end up coming back in stock. Dredge. Here goes the Dread series right here. That I've heard pretty decent stuff about this game here. You know, obviously again out of stock, but if you get a chance to get your hands on that, that's a pretty decent game, I've heard. MEO, I think it's exclusive to the Switch, if I'm not mistaken. Or no, not to the Switch, but to Nintendo. It's a Nintendo published title. Um, kind of different, for Nintendo to make like this type of game, but pretty decent game from what I've heard. So if you're interested in the detective, you know, the detective types of games, there's a shot at that. Let's see what else here. Ender Magnolia. I think we saw Ender Lilies the other day on one of the other storefronts. Yeah, there goes Ender Magnolia down to 45 here. Yet again, I would suggest this one, but yet again, sold out. For everybody's golf hot shots. All right, we'll go to 15. We'll go to 15 and then call it a day. Let's see. Far Cry 6. You have the Series X version that's available. Farming sim games. Let's see. For the horror games people, here goes a horror bundle down to $40. $40 here. Fatal Fury, all the way across the board, sold out. Here goes Funko Fusion Markdown. Now, from what I've heard, it's a hit or miss with this game. I hadn't really heard it reviewed in a really that positive of a light. It's kind of like a hit or miss, but I mean, now would be the time to grab it since it's marked down like so heavily. You know, I don't think that'd be a game that I would ever like pay full price for. But you know, if you're interested into like the Funko Pops, whatever, they got the game based off on there. The Gang Beasts, kind of like the in reference back to the mixtape, you know, kind of like the well, not like the game mixtape, but kind of like Cassette Beast, I think, too, as well. It kind of reminds me of that. But yet again, out of stock. Now this is kind of a throwback right here for like Guitar Hero, where they got $40 off, or not $40. I can't read. $35 off for the Gibson guitar controller. I got a couple more pages here. Let's see. The PS3 God of War. Yeah, the PS3 God of War series. $40 and $55 on those two right there. The God of War Serpent Plush for the people that like to collect plushies. If it was available, I would suggest I would put this on the list too for the first Hades, but it's, yet again sold out. A lot of these more popular games, I'm noticing that they're it seems like people have been hopping on them pretty quick. So I think this is gonna be the last. This will do it here. We've been going for half an hour, so this will this will do it here. This will be the last page. Kind of like a Where's Waldo type of game right here. You got $10 off for the different volumes, volume 2, volume 3, volume 4. Hitman knocked down a couple bucks there. $5 off HOA Nintendo Switch. It looks like they're saying here it's back ordered until August. But I've heard really positive things about this game too. It's a pretty decent indie game, so yeah, definitely support that if you can, for sure. Poco Life, $20. Alright, well, yeah, that'll do it for the day. Thanks for stopping by, and check this stuff out. And like I said, VGP is in not all the way in partnership with Limited Run, but they do offer a good amount of Limited Run games. So if you don't ever catch it on Limited Run, sometimes it will pop up here on VGP. So like I said, that's one of the reasons why I'm not covering Limited Run specifically. But like I said, with the others, I won't be covering the premium edition, super rare, strictly limited. I won't be covering those pages as well. Just as far as like physical stuff, it's just going to be VGP and Play Asia. But anyway, thanks for stopping by, and like I said, check things out, see what you like. Starboy out.